My journey with Final Fantasy XIV started at E3 2009 when Sony announced the game with an incredible looking trailer. It got my heart pumping and I was beyond excited to see what this new MMORPG from Square Enix could do. And the next day I went out to a local shop and bought an M Audio kind of input mixer that would take in my XLR mics, and we started a podcast, and I was joined by friends, family, and we ended up having this incredible journey together. The story of Final Fantasy XIV for me isn't just the story of the game, it's the story of my experience with the game and the story of the game's redemption and the story of obviously its struggles right out the gate and the story of Yoshi P. I've been with it day and day, step in step, blog post, developer, live letter, and more. And it's all of these things combined that for me, I guess, just speak so much to this community and to the story of these characters that I've also gone on this journey with. There's a duality to Final Fantasy XIV with me. You know, you can almost kind of a way say of the light and the dark, but I say of both in-game and out of game over the course of this time since 2009 all the way to the time I'm filming this in 2021. I have gotten married, I've had kids, we've had this journey together in terms of content creation. We've gone together and experienced this this incredible thing. So for me, Final Fantasy XIV isn't a game, it isn't a community, it isn't any one thing. It's this last decade. It's this milestone, and the fact that I get to sit down today and catalog it. Of course, I'm going to butcher a word or two here, but to be able to experience this game and have these memories preserved here on YouTube, it really means the world that I have that opportunity. So thank you to each and every one of you who have hit that subscribe button, who have been a part of this journey here at Ginger Prime and at Work to Game, as we've just shared our love of Square Enix, of Final Fantasy XIV specifically, and our trust and our hopes and our fears and so much more of our lives that we've had together. So anyway, I wanted to share this message. I want to have this as a part of what we're about to experience today. And without further ado, let's do this thing. Yes. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this live stream and or Vaughn as we continue our Endwalking journey into the world. Now, note this is full spoiler stream, and as such, we have just lain Zodiac to rest, and in doing so have now apparently kicked off the final days. And as to what that means, what that could entail, we have a lot to unpack. So the first trial has been defeated. Beyond the first trial, we've also done the second dungeon, and I am absolutely just blown away by what they've done. So we're going to continue on. If you're hanging out with me live, thanks so much. Thanks for the likes on these videos. Thanks for the shares. And if you guys find anything particularly interesting, be sure to clip, and you can always send those over on our Discord. During the cutscenes and during the things like everything like that, just note I'm going to be hyper focusing in on the story, what is being said, what is going on, kind of really absorbing the information, and hopefully we'll be able to jump in and have more conversations with you guys. Obviously right now the raid's going on, and I'm happy to report I actually beat the Q boss. This is taking place, this is being streamed live on Tuesday evening. I had an over 3,000 person queue, which for anybody out there who's been following the channel has note that meant I wasn't going to play, but with the updates, it appears that at least the 2002 errors have been fixed, and the fact is that I was able to get in. So I've literally just been kicking back, playing some New World while I was in queue. Had a little thing up on it as it counted down, and now here we are ready to continue. Luke, what's going on? Leonhart, Tubbsy, thanks so much for being here first, being the first person to comment here on the stream. If you guys have any questions, always here, just be sure to tag at Ginger Prime, and note that I'll try to make sure that I get to those as we dive into this. So, all right, guys, it's time to play. It's time to enjoy. Let's talk to our friend here, literally kicking this right back off. with the next quest in the series, In Shadow's Wake. Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surroundings is in order. I have more than ill tidings to share to you. I sensed others arriving not long ago. Though my communications with Heidelin have grown infrequent, I have learned enough from her to know these are your comrades. And then within luck would have it, they have already reached my abode. Come, let us join them. Oh yeah, to the moon. Done the trial. Cannot wait to see where this is going to go next. I just did a collab with Chris this afternoon. If you guys haven't seen it, it's posted over on Work the Game. Hopefully you guys are enjoying those. We're also posting those over on the podcast channel. AKA the actual MP3 audio podcast. So if you guys have checked out Crystal Core Radio, you can find it wherever podcasts are found. We actually finally just got added to even Pandora. So that was a battle. That was like a 9-month battle to get listed on Pandora. Anyway, long story short. May we presume this being is of native to the moon? That'd be nuts. We came from the moon. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We did what we could do to subdue the tempered before making our way here. Not without casualties. Unfortunately, some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and others. The contingent's healers had their hands full tending with the injured and enthralled when we took our leave. At least you wonder, Mistress Kryle hath also been delivered unto thy care. Serving as a conduit for Heidelin's power hath taken its toll, but she will recover in due course. As for Alphinaud and Alizé, they insisted on remaining in Garlemald while we three rushed to your aid. It appears, however, that matters here have already come to a conclusion. Got some bad news for you guys. Oh, Luke finished MSQ this morning. That's awesome, man. But what matter of conclusion, if I might ask? And is this the ally whom Heidelin bade you seek out? He is not unlike the shades of Avro. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Heidelin together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiark, or rather, it was my duty. Bad news, guys. Zodiark, he got released, and I killed him, and then that kicked off the final days. So, sorry. I thought the first trial was well done. Like, the fact that I was running with people who've run it, I think took out any kind of learning curve, but all in all, excellent trial. Then Zodiark is no more? And not without consequence. I'm afraid for now the delicate weave of the star, preserved by his presence, will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of. You all right? Nope. My attempts to forestall Zodiark's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I'll share with you all I can. Please do. You need not exert yourself on our account. These crystals contains records of your time here, yes? May we pursue them while we wait? By all means, if you would review them chronologically, might I suggest beginning with the ones on the upper floor? I shall leave it to you, Bryn, while I see that we can be gleaned from the crystals on these lower levels. There we go. Okay, Watcher's in there. Let's go check out the upper levels, shall we? There we go. Oh, thank you, Aru. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary, no anomalies detected. Daily summary, no anomalies detected. Daily summary, no anomalies detected. These appear records of a long, lonely vigil on the moon dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. Ah, yes. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past calamities thirsts in your mind. As records described how, with each rejoining, Zodiac's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiac imprisonment appears to be to tax Hydaelyn greatly. Now that Zodiac doesn't need to be imprisoned, my question is she going to have purpose? Was her existence contingent on Zodiac? Or is she going to have, like, extreme power? As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of the past rejoinings flows through your mind. The records describe the Watcher's efforts to prepare the event in the event Zodiac broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe maintaining carried out regularly with Loparotis, though it is not clear who or what they are. I think those are the moon bunnies. It's a very bunny-esque expansion we've had over the last couple of years, right? As you gaze into the crystal, a record of an unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The records note the Watcher's musings when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear that he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remained hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they recognize that they would never dare bring harm to Zodiac as long as he remains in prison. Did you learn anything of import? I learned how to wave my arms. So it is as we suspected, maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral Calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This Hydaelyn's body, or his heavenly body we know to be the moon, was in fact created by Hydaelyn. When the Watcher said that he was created together with this place, I thought he meant the facility. Truly, Hydaelyn's powers are far beyond anything I could ever imagined. Oh, that's actually welcome to the restful, relaxing night tracks, Final Fantasy XIV edition. And I'm your host. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing tonight? Sit back, relax. Thank you. Thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiac and his imprisonment, but perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
Oh. Wow. Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Aetherius. We've been calling the world Hydaelyn this whole time. The world is called Aetherius. Holy crap. One day from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair. At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not. However, the convocation struck upon a method to predict where the next corruption would manifest. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents. Yeah, I'm up late. Beat the Q boss. The currents which course through the land and her seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of a celestial nature which accompany both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their invaluable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial one of earth and air, and the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlation without a clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of aether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed, there was a faction opposed to Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him, to control him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need to remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiac, herself and the star, into lesser reflections, that she might confine him in this place. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. Then what she told me in the ethereal sea was false? Perhaps she did, but as with all beings, intent is not always in accord with spoken word. Hydaelyn and Zodiark are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. Zodiark was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half Aetherius' population. Whew. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With that power she dared spare, she cried out to any who might listen, and offered her blessing to those who heeded her call. Hey, what's going on, Joe? Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Aetherius and her history. Like Zodiark, Hydaelyn's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wished to look to the future and not linger in a prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believes that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
Yeah. Hey, Marco. The nomenclature is more fitting than you know. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate. Yeah, that's what I was thinking would be the thing. I thought essentially they were trying to hurt Hydaelyn so much before Zodiark that she would have to, like, rejoin just to spare herself, to spare the source. It is ready. This way, if you'd be so kind. Bum, 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 bum. Oh man, I am enjoying the heck out of this one. A beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
Hydaelyn knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she hadn't ever struggled to hold Zodiark and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. That's my reaction right now. The moon is more of a more than a prison. It's a vessel capable of bearing something. I missed that last part. Bearing. You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, you should be happy to take you to them. I should be happy to take you to them. And fill my final duty as a watcher in the dark. Woohoo, baby. All right. There we go. So maybe some kind of hope. What's this contingency plan? We will obviously find out as soon as we can. So let's do it. Actually, before I jump into the next quest, inventory. I think it's a new weapon coffer. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Grab some better gear. All kinds of stuff. Beautiful gear. It's better, and then I have some gloves. Looks like all this is filled up. Drop this in inventory. That's level 60 stuff. Get on out. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Helping hands. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Lamentorium, where Zodiac was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Let us call upon Ergos, the familiar whom you had earlier. Start off the quest with a yawn perfectly. Yeah, he should have no trouble bearing you across. Is this good boy? As Hydaelyn created me as the jailer, so too did she create Argos as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalance of Aether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand and attempt to call upon him there. You may but recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you will find your way. If he labors in service of Hydaelyn's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make our way for this crushing brand, then? Oh man, dude, the controller is like with anything, it's muscle memory. It's muscle memory. It's gonna take whee. If you have obviously any questions beyond the guides, you just let me know. Oh, speak to the Watcher? I just jumped off the oh, he's over there, okay. Like, I just jumped off the tower, people. I was like, that's so cruel. Am I able to cross over there, like up that? I'll give it a shot. Hey, Fox, story's great, dude. That finished the trial this morning. Back at it. Just gonna be a real pain in the butt. Oh, wait, there's a crossing right there. Oh, you got an Elite Series 2? That's what I'm using actually right now. I've been using interchangeably between the PS5 and and the Xbox. I think from a targeting perspective, I do appreciate the back paddles way more. And on PlayStation, it's a little bit harder to use the D-pad when moving. Music you can fall asleep to. Or ramp up. Good. Moon's wild, man. It also, in a way, gives me like, you know, the Tempest vibes from the Sixth Zone and Shadowbringers, but clearly something over here. Uh-oh. Let's see if he gives chase. I'll just talk to this guy regardless. This place we seek is just ahead at the Carlodoroso Grot. You see, Ergos cannot manifest without sufficient concentration of ambient aether. That would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Psycho, thank you so much for the super sticker, man. Appreciate that support. I'll buy my wife a cup of coffee tomorrow. Thank you very much. I will say it is from you. A psycho bought you coffee. She'll laugh. Get out my chocobo again. Moonbird. There you go. All right. Yes, there will. Here will do nicely. The lunar spongi draw aether from the ground, which has been dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Arios to manifest. Might be willing to spare some of your own to help the spongi along? All right, spongi, let's do this thing. There we go. Moon War Chicken, absolutely. Can you? I'm thinking you. Well, I use them as like actually LB and RB, so I can hold the trigger and just like, you know, tab target. Hey, all right, good boy. Ergos manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again. A most fascinating creation of Heidelin's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you, I was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, Ergos is quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when he last showed such an affinity to anyone. Indeed, though him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it is more than a sense of duty, and he compelled him to aid you than before. As for your companions... Yay! Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are all ready. Then let us return outside so that you may cross the chasm. Sponge Eye SquarePants. He actually got a hit on me. I think I did too. I think there's like an attachment for the PlayStation 5, like controller and stuff. Oh, do we got the bunny people? Oh, these are the dogs. Never mind. Your destination is the structure here across the Cradle of Darkness. We'll climb onto Ergo's back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrived, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is destined to rout them from their slumber in the event of Zodiark's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain that what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not go all there at once. I propose the two of us cross first while Thancred and Urianger wait here. Here we go. A malefic aether yet permeates from the crater, remnants of Zodiark most likely. Hey, Matt, holy smokes, man. Thank you so much for the 3 months of being a tier 1 member here. I hope you enjoy, obviously, your new leveled up badge, the emotes, and we got more to come. And obviously, if you guys have your YouTube and Discord hooked up, you should actually see a new special role in Discord for you as a member. So thank you very much, Matt, for that. One of the weird things, though, so for the members here, just so you know, you have to hit the $sign just to have it pop up and say, like, if you want to say, hey, you know, like, I've been supporting this long, like you get your monthly renewal. It doesn't automatically prompt you like Twitch does. The structure is enormous, though it is handy surprising given the size of the average Mororian. Apologies for the wait. Right, then let us head inside. And oh, such a beautiful dog. Most intriguing. A means by which he conserveth energy, mayhap? Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account. Helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here. Stay here where it's safe, alright? Anytime in D&D. Hey, let's split up. No. If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. Okay, cool. Oh, and an aetherite, not too far beyond that. Whoa, what is this? This is incredible. Oh man, it's got layers to it. Holy crap. All right. That's wow. That is beautiful. Oh, and then creepy music playing. Okay.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Ha! Yay, bunny people. Oh, that's fun. The contingency plan. Mini Vieira.
Look lively, everyone! I know, this 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance, for Zodiac, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose, to bear the people of Etheris to safety!
What? We're like, the moon's like, let's just like get the planet, like the people off the planet out of here, like the dragons came here. What?
Our time has come, my friends!
Zodiac is
We
no more.
must be
Let's board the
swifter
moon.
than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Etheris.
Theris, yeah.
Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
What's up, chat? How y'all doing? Thanks for being here. Thanks to the 48 likes. Are we ready to board this moon and go explore the galaxies? Endless
It's a rather
expansion.
curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Wow. Holy smokes, guys. Holy smokes. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm going to stretch my legs. I'm going to get a little bit more water. We're going to keep going. Hopefully this will help kind of get the yawns out a little bit. So I'll be right back. Oh my freaking goodness. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me through the break. Does anyone main healer? I usually do, Jared. That's usually what I main. Right now I'm playing through Reaper. So, if you have any questions about healers, let me know. All right. Hey, Harey Situation. Perfect. They must be the Laportus mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about the order to track him down. Come on then, let us be about it. Let's see here. The leader of the crew? Not me, I'm afraid. Singing Way's the name. I'm in charge of the construction and the maintenance of the atmospheric circulation systems. Only the crispiest, cleanest air for the people of Aetheris, and that's a promise. And we got our gemstone trader. Because why not men vacating the planet? Should we not just head out elsewhere? So all the fun traders on Aetheris were getting up to, and I thought to myself, hey, I could do that. So here I am, eagerly awaiting your patronage and bi-colored gemstones. It is now accessible in regions, etc. Cool. We'll get on that action, Jackson, here soon enough. Let's get this Aetherite, because that's why we're really here. You're so glad you decided to play Final Fantasy 4 before Endwalker? Oh man, don't ruin anything for me though, Jacob. But yeah, the whole moon aesthetic. There's a lot of really good themes to 4. Blem. Leader? No. Sleeping ways my job is. Perhaps I'd better ask. For materia on your gear, should I put spell speed or something else? I used to put critical hit and spell on my gear and accessories. Yeah, I agree with Chad. Like, it would really depend on which job. I usually have always just kind of went with like critical hit because that affects both heals and damage. What? How in the... When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Take me to your leader. Were you the ones giving the orders earlier? Me? Oh yes, of course. As the only one around here capable of doing anything properly, it falls to me to take charge of the others. Well, looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them? Did I just nod? I was like, no, this is not all my friends. A group comprised entirely of children. What must their parents be thinking? This is a nursery after all, though perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter, you needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing out gawping. I must take you to meet the others. If you could run around along the back towards the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's a large glowing ball at the center if you should find yourself lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there. Well then, back to the upper floor it is. I rarely do like spell speed on Summoner because they have so many in ways that they become insta-cast. I'm not saying I'm right. Like I honestly usually defer to the min-maxers. Okay. Clearly this is... Maybe I go through this door? Clearly not. It's that way. All right. Determination is a proper... Yay! Yeah, I always thought determination was like... needed to be buffed. Oh, Aether Current. I did, Adam. I did attune.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. My name is Livingway, and we are the Lotharites.
Oh, Lotharites.
Created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Aetheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might Livingway's the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Aetheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further.
We're gonna see some planets in the solar system or whatever?
Here, we have Aetheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Aetheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Atheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold.
And what about all the other reflections?
And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim, which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers.
Oh, interesting.
We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
Yeah, that'd be great.
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help? From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges?
Okay, I'm sorry, that's... What?
Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
What? You can send stuff to the moon?
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon?
Hydaelyn.
Hydaelyn herself led you here. You don't say. Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Atheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it? Building Way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
Man, that's wild. Oh, thanks for watching the previous VOD. Hey, Harey Situation. This is cool. This is wild. This is really excellent. Okay. Almost level 85 as well, so yeah, and we're on 84 quests, so that makes sense. A taste of the moon. Right then, now that you are here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us in all their terrible grandeur, so it's imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there's anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post haste. To address it we shall. Here is the Best Ways Bureau. We have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have produced a myriad amenities we understand to be essential for a day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure that we've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with your foodstuffs? Meet me at the Caratorium, and we will see about filling your bellies. The Caratorium. Yeah, 12,000 years out of date. She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of a theorist rotting to its core, being a matter of course, is rather concerning though. Nevertheless, let's take this opportunity to learn more about the Laboratorius and this vessel. Good night, Chili. Thanks for stopping by. Reflections. What's the word? Like reflections. Reflections. You live on the moon. Don't you see how amazing that is? Are any of these actually doors that open? Nope. Okay, so that did not work. Time to descend. How do I get where I need to go? Oh, there we go. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? How do I leave this place? Ooh. Ooh, very interesting. Very beautiful. Why not have enemies just like prowling about? Oh, the music! Oh, wow. Final Fantasy IV battle music, baby. Oh, wow. What a touch. Come on. Up. That is cool. Well done. Oh, Aether Current. Oh, I jumped up here for this, apparently. When all I had to do is go down there and talk to them. Welcome to the Curatorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff and production, Cooking Way. Pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we've created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned all about this essential nutrient for a healthy, balanced diet from the reference materials we received, why I practically worn words from the invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have a fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up and we were quite famished. Hop along the platforms here and you'll find storage until full up to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. And that's how Pixel Remasters started. You open the storage unit to find rainbow-colored assortments of carrots. The unassuming orange carrot, the particular-looking blue carrot, the vibrant yellow carrot, the ominous crimson carrot. Soft texture and radiant aroma of this crimson creation belly is staggering. Wait, the essential length of girth only compound the mystery, leaving you perplexed with the nature of this carrot. I'm sure I'll eat this carrot. On second thought, you would like to simply take an large carrot for now. Due to the bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it's safe to eat first. I wanted to eat the crazy weird carrot. Unfortunately, you cannot wipe your memory, nor should you. There we go. So did any of our selections set your mouth watering? Ah yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. The large carrot. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. The carrot is oddly tender, but as you begin to chew, a rich aroma fills your nostrils. A newfound vigor begins welling up within you. The rumbling of your stomach, however, suggests that it was simply indigestion. Iron carrot. What does that buff give me? Suddenly you find yourself full of vim and vigor. Okay. Cool. What do you think? Unlike anything you ever tasted, yes? The iron carrot can be a bit difficult to digest, but the boost is endurance promises to make the perfect meal before a day of heavy lifting. And we have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to help improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. These carrots are extraordinary. But what if I don't like carrots? You don't like carrots? Oh, you must mean you don't like them served in this fashion. For now, we have pureed versions and on hand if you haven't the time to chew. I take it too, we have a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and not else. If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on Aetheris? Surely you're aware that we have an abundance of dishes and food you could emulate. Of course we are, but well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for the encyclopedia I found, I would have been at a loss for where to begin. So we decided rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfactory meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. Well, all's well that ends good, but man cannot live off of raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare carrots in other ways. But our primary concern was efficiency, and that's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production. A rather strange approach to take in the name of Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue, you know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received the Great Tome of Words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language, adverbs, gurnons, present continuous verb conjunctions, just the basics. Then we found the term related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Wherefore didst thy kin deem such a change necessary? Then the rest of the people arrive. We want to be certain and they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. I hope your critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though, if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from Aetheris as well, you should be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Till such a day, I one pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu. All right, there we go. Let's see here. How long have I been left? Okay. We're gonna continue on. My eyes starting to kind of like bother me, so we'll give it a couple more, see where we land. Styled a hero. I think we have our fill of carrots for now. Let us move to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress this way. Tour of the moon, essentially. And our moon ship. Oh, dude, that music is so good. Oh man, I feel like definitely I have to replay more Pixel Remaster now. Here we are, the apparel production station. We chose to employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. Hydaelyn in her infinite wisdom blessed us with the self-same affinity for magic her people possess. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear all about them, but I will regale you with the details another time. That said, we did not run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized aether was a wonderful catalyst and would provide us with the extra viz we need. My, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume, let us all been taken into account with our designs. But why take the word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known by the workers and they will see the rest. Ah, it is you, one of the visitors from Etheris. Goodness me. Mappingway wasn't kidding. You are smaller than the Watcher. Oh, right. I'm here to set on clothes, yes? What would you like my fashion for you today? An outfit that embodies my bloodlust, something simple, very functional, a fashionable refined ensemble. We're going to go something simple and functional. Simple and functional, right. This will only take a moment. There we are finished. A perfect fit if I do say so myself. Nothing too billowy or frilly as you can see. Also light and durable. Sure, serve you whatever your travels might take you. New lambs. Would you like look at that, speechless, and there is enough you may not like it. If you have mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. Yeah, glamour change, perfect. All right, let's see here. But I must stay within this section. Perfect. Yep, there we go, up there. Oh, he can fly. That was surprising. There you go. Ah, no. One said you were coming, how can I help you? I wish to carry my clothes, really? Of course, I would do my honor. Did you have anything in mind? I think with a little bit more flair. I think I can handle it. Let's see. This should do. Some of my best work yet. Times and tastes truly have changed. It used to be so rare for anyone requesting clothes with a focus on form over function. Thankfully, I have to spare a concept for robes made using a specific fabric. I think it looks rather fetching. I was worried about your concept would turn out, and then we put the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go and show Livingway? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with. All right, let's see here what's next. All kinds of goodies. My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. Shh, you needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and the Loporus in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same, having sampled our creations. It's a hard mode to play right now, so at night. Sorry to kept you waiting. They insisted we sample all their concepts. We returned. Surely, it's an ensemble most becoming. I think it's past time we return these clothes. I was so confident our garments would meet your approval. Whatever we're doing wrong. The Watcher taught us that in his time everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. I thought we could at least appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Well, that's funny. Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Aetheris, they will most certainly have need of your attire. It is clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my taste, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and flippery, thinking of it was for our benefit when we'd better be off on our own. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they don't. No, they shouldn't. As for such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. The plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections and the sources of all? Thank you for asking. Oh, no. No, not that I'm aware of. We were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetheris and the salvation of the people on the star, and that star alone has ever been made our aim. Surely it is better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. I suppose you're right. Living way might we have leave to explore Bestway's burrow unattended? You have given us so much to think about. Why, certainly. Till later, then. Yeah, the Final Fantasy IV battle music is what plays. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There's actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? My apologies, I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Aetheris, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. It was exciting at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Aetheris refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. But oh wait, you still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you, the teleporters, near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way. By the way, see you soon. Alright. Yeah, like being that it's almost I probably just for my own well-being tomorrow and enjoyment, I probably will wrap this quest up, and then I'll just conclude this stream as kind of as such. Even if there's more of this afterwards, like I'm obviously very tired, and I feel like, oh man, this is definitely a harder series of quests to do. Tired. Oh, this is so beautiful though. Questing Way is my name. You're here. You're really here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? Questing Way. Prince Alazar, eh? Cronky. Even makes your names are amazing. Well, Bryn will be using this teleporter to enter a residential area whenever you're ready. A housing district on the moon. Oh, are they just trolling us now?
The teleporter. Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously.
You would be napping away, Eddie? That's so funny.
Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really, but the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Or quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too.
I like that line.
You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Ah, idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closer now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it though. It really would have, you really would have liked it. I'm sure when it comes down to anything housing, that would be the case. And that's also level 85. Level 85 as we continue on this progress in this journey. This is, I think, going to be the end of it for me today though. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for hanging out with me and keeping me company. Hopefully you're enjoying you know, just my experience of it, and I'm very much looking forward to catching up so we can have deeper conversations about what is apparently to come. But the yeah, this section is hard at this hour of the day. So anyway guys, thanks for being here. Hopefully you had a good one. Hopefully I'll see you in my next one, and well then, take care.